cosmetic. As long as it fits into the zone and fits into the theme, I'm more than happy to do it.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, up ahead is the dwarven racial housing area.
People love that bong buff.
Yeah, that was a funny one. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I'm like, you know what, I can add a bong, and then I'm like, you know what, it should do something funny when you click it. I still gotta add the like the smoke coming out of the mouth debuff, stuff like that, but I thought it was pretty funny. It's like just a cool, quirky little shit like this that makes the game really special. This is the dwarven racial housing area. You'll see that there's, in each racial housing area, there's approximately 20 different locations, 20 different units that can be occupied. And some of the units are like doubles. They'll all be counted as one, but if you have multiple people in there, I don't mind. Basically, achieve. And be able to conveniently log out. I'm happy to offer something in war mode. 100 people in a place like yeah, like I said, I plan on doing the for founding a guild, and then you arm up. Bases are essentially nodes. Remote, essentially, they're.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said. Let's go check out the reworks to the Ironforge Airport. Ironforge Airport is now available in the game. There's a path connecting Dunmoreau that slopes up through the mountains, takes you over the frozen lake. If you get on by guards, just let me know. And don't kill each other right now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Woo. I'm just actually I had to back up his stream just so it looks like there's a
Ironforge Air, and the place that you'd expect over by the Griffin box. There's a flight path that takes you over to Ironforge. It's only connected to Ironforge though, so it's just essentially a faster way to travel towards the racial housing areas. Obviously, there's a lot of horde here, so they're gonna be getting hit by the guards, but that's fine.
Yeah, you see them
And
running.
Let's head up here. I don't know if anybody's got the Ironforge flight path, but I would just hang here to the racial area next. Yeah, follow me over here.
This is the same thing that Turtle Wow had done. Turtle Wow had actually implemented this area right here with quests and stuff. This is all like implemented in Turtle Wow.
Hey, Phipps. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
If I look. Brazilian developer asked the location of the housing we were before are predetermined, right? Or the supporter may choose any place in the game?
It's only going to be, that's something I should mention, for the custom housing, or the highest tier of housing, it can be anywhere you choose, but there's only one per zone. So it's first come, first serve. Obviously, Red Ridge is already occupied, and I've got another order right now, but they haven't really determined where they want it. So there's like 48 or something zones in the map that you can choose from, and I'm willing to build them anywhere you want, and in any style you want, with any details, any amenities that you want. Cosmetic. As long as it fits into the zone and fits into the theme, I'm more than happy to do it. Yeah, up ahead is the dwarven racial housing area.
People love that bong buff.
Doubles. They'll all be counted as one, but if you have multiple people in there, I don't mind. Basically, the rested XP bonus is going to be tied to the amount of beds within the unit. And this is the Dwarven Guild Garrison Hall. So I'm gonna obviously fully furnish it on the inside. I'm gonna add benches and stuff like that. Currently, it's just got some of the most basic stuff. Some anvils and stuff in here.
It's just like it does in Airy Peak. There's a glitch. It looks like Airy Peak, basically.
Sorry, I am just sharing the wallcraft Discord link around. um, um, Vaskedama has a little bit of a concern. He could see that escalating into something completely balanced by one guild becoming the BL and all. Imagine apes controlling every zone on your server, and they have all economical advantages.
You can only control one zone at a time as a guild, and that kind of stops that. But you can definitely take over a different zone. So let's say you control Fellwood, but Winter Spring is a better zone, and you can easily flush the guild out of Fellwood, but not the guild in Winter Spring. So you go and you capture go and capture Fellwood, and use that as a base of operations to kind of launch your attack on the Winter Spring. That's kind of the idea behind it. You can only have one at a time, but obviously there's about, like I said, 48 zones or so. So there's obviously a limited amount of zones that can be controlled, but frankly, I don't think that there's going to be 48 guilds trying to compete at the same time for it. I mean, who knows, really? It could be really, could be really big in that regard, but if that is the them are done or so. Like I said, Eastern Plaguelands, if you control the zone, you're neutral with Scarlet faction, and that allows you to easily like farm Tyr's Hand and stuff like that. There's going to be additional Lotus and Thorium spawns that can only be captured and harvested by people who control the zone. And kind of gives incentive to like mass craft and mass farm with your guild once you control the zone. And for some zones, there's going to be some stuff that's totally unique. Ashara is one where the Arcanite Obelisk will exist. And if your guild controls the zone, you can access the Arcanite Obelisk, which allows you to essentially transmute one Arcanite bar per hour from it. The object has a 1 hour cooldown, so, obviously just one per hour from it, but that's still really big. And obviously the zones are going to have unique spreads of stuff. Depending on the current level of progression or what your guild's trying to acquire, it might be a good idea to even pop around between zones, capturing different zones throughout the week to get what you want. If we need Arcanite bars because we're trying to get 3 or 4 Lionheart helms crafted, it might be a good idea to go take over Ashara for a week and start crafting Lionhearts.
Will there be taxes?
For guild base, no. And I had considered some sort of in-game tax for player housing, but then once I tied it to the Patreon for the unique housing, because again, the big concern was like, if somebody were to get a house and then leave the server, then we just have a vacant house, and like there's an issue there. So if it's just tied to the Patreon, then essentially obviously it's tied to the Patreon, you own the house. As long as you're still supporting a project. That's kind of the tax, really. But that's mostly just to assure that we don't have like vacant properties or somebody buys up 10 houses just so people can't have them and just lets them sit there rotting. I'm not gonna let that happen. Obviously a big goal and a big facet of wallcraft is that there's a lot more flex room. There's a lot more that can be done. Anything can be done, really anything. So never really have to worry about something. People ask, well, is this balanced? If it's not, I'll balance it. Well, is this really good gameplay? Well, if it's not, I'll change it. That's the power of it.
Would you maybe like to show us the huge outdoor carousel raid?
Yeah, let's go to Alpha Kara. It's really fun. The place is massive. It's like a maze. It still needs some work. It's the old original Alpha map of Kara. Yeah, I'll take us all there.
Cool. If you want, you can then explain what you are planning with that. I find that really cool.
Oh, increased attack power against undead by 370. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's up, Bay? This is Wall. Remember Wall, who worked on the Everlook project? He has now left the Everlook project. They are currently live streaming, and
Pete Rossi, you could.
that's these guys. They're live. This is a live stream right here. Vincent is live streaming, and
Use the 1.14 client. The problem is,
go ahead and move it all the way to current. This is current.
There's big war raging on in this original, like, old version of Kara. The players are, like, fighting each other inside here.
What's really
There's
interesting...
a lot of cool potential for it, I'll tell you that.
I'm going to go ahead and pause this so I can talk, but what's interesting is this... So basically what this is... Now, one thing that's interesting is Wall does have a Patreon, which, you can't knock the guy for trying to make some money. But these are just things, if you do Patreon, you get some stuff like tournament server access, Discord badges, it's just like a membership. It's basically like a membership to his community is all it really is. Development server access. You can even get a handmade open world player house that's custom built to your specifications. If you do $50 a month, you'll actually build by hand. He said it takes about 15 hours to craft these things. And you can select the zone. Like let's say you say I want my player house in Darkshire, and he'll create something to your specifications in Darkshire. And oh, are you up to date? Yeah. Yeah. I'll set up one day before leaving it. No, actually, he's been working. I've talked to Wall before, but I mean, he's been working on this stuff for a long time. He was his website. This website was up before Everlook released. I mean, he's been working on this stuff for a very long time, and he even said just now that he doesn't want to release the wallcraft server until Everlook is dead. And I'm like, okay, well that's quite a statement, because what if Everlook isn't dead for years, right? Oh, you mean the Patreon? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, that's a good question. Is there any way to tell? Is there any way to tell? Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're right. It looks like it was yesterday. Says basic act says created yesterday. Well, maybe he had the wallcraft server. Maybe what happened was he always thought I'm going to create my own World of Warcraft server, right? Like, and run it. And then Everlook came along, and maybe White Kidney contacted him or something, or maybe some people contacted him and said, "Hey, we're making a server. Do you want to be part of our server project?" And that way, you don't have to do it all by yourself. And maybe he decided, let's maybe we can ask him. Let's go to the live stream. Right? Let's see if I can find it. Where was it? That's not the live stream. That's not the live stream. Where did I put it? Ah, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? I have too many channels. I can't find the stream. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's just do this. We'll just open it up again. So if we go to, here, let's go to Discord. Since I have way too many windows open on my computer here. Let's go to Discord, and let's go to my Discord, and let's go to Everlook, and you can see here someone posted. This is how I found out about this live stream.
Siege vehicles or, like, rideable vehicles, like the choppers and the Love Rocket or whatever.
So let's just say, hey, I don't know if he's going to respond. So at Wall, when did you decide that you wanted to run your own server? Was it before Everlook? Well, probably seems so. Or after you left? I mean, the Patreon looks to have been created yesterday. But I did find out some of the old and info on White Kidney guy. Holy shit. Yeah, White Kidney's one of those weird characters, man, that there's been a lot of bad stuff. There was stuff that was about him that even, Alex Sensual, used to badmouth him. There's a lot of weird, shady stuff about him, but it's been so long ago that stuff came out, Einbay. I've forgotten it all. It's one of those things, like out of sight, out of mind, right? It's like out of sight, out of mind. So, yeah. I'm gonna try to get Wall into an interview separately, Iron Bay, because I want to ask him all these questions. I have messaged him privately, um, and he said he actually responded on the stream here that he would be welcomed to any kind of interview. And I'm just gonna say, hit me up. I have a lot of questions. So hopefully he'll hit me up, and what I'll do is I'll just get in a Discord chat with him, and I'll just ask him a bunch of questions, and I'll write them all down ahead of time because I have a lot of questions. Because the thing is, Iron Bay, yeah, that you should put together that white kidney stuff and put it on my Discord. I'd be curious to see that stuff again. But I mean, he's changed this. I mean, look at this. He's changed all the classes, Iron Bay. He's tried to come up with ways to make every spec in vanilla viable and fun. And he has said that he said it's a ever evolving server, meaning that if anybody finds major issues with the server, he will fix it. Which Discord did you leave? Well, I left the Everlook Discord, so I'm done with them. But I got to the point where everybody I grouped with on Everlook was Chinese. I mean, it was bad. If you watch any of the last couple streams I did on Everlook, every time I ran into people, every time I grouped with people, they were almost always Chinese. Almost every time. I'd say like 60-70% of the people I was seeing in the world were Chinese. They weren't English-speaking players. So it's like, yeah, the server's got 6,000 people on right now, but 4,000 of them are not English-speaking. So it was really becoming kind of annoying. Yeah, you were right. No, I know you were 100% right. But check this out. So he has said that all the classes he's been working on this project for a long time, and I know that. I've watched some videos where he was interviewed before. And he's trying to make, I don't know what all these things are, trying to make all the classes fun. Like he talked about how it shouldn't be right that you're made fun of if you play a Boomy in vanilla. Because people are like, why the hell would you play a Boomy? That shouldn't be right. You shouldn't be chastised for picking a spec. I don't know why I'm the only one here. I don't know. People, sometimes he's porting me into areas, and sometimes I think they're just physically walking somewhere else. Hey, Joseph. Right. Well, okay. So here's the thing that's really interesting. He talked about this is like an obstacle course, guys. Let's see how good my parkour skills are. Can't get up this. It's just too high. What is this? This is obviously just a test ground for him, a playground. Here he's got an animal, a beast with buildings attached to it. Maybe that's something he was working on. I have no idea. I really don't know. I'd be curious to see where my hearth takes me. Oh, it's going to take me to GM Island. So when you create a character on the server, you will be ported into GM Island. I can tell you that right now. But when you go to GM Island, you can actually go to an NPC and pick gear. And you can do like a 29 twink. I picked pre-raid best in slot tanking gear. And as you can see, I was given the Deathbone belt, the Deathbone leggings, the Deathbone gloves, the Stockade Spaldrons, the Skull Flame shield, the Flurry Axe, which as you all know is the best, with Crusader. Blocking plus 2%. You can see all the enchants are best in slot as well. This is going to be health on here. No, all stats. Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't even know there was a plus defense to bracers in vanilla. Noggerling, which I was always surprised that was best, but probably threat generation. Ring of protection. It's pretty decent. Force of will. Mark of the Chosen. Again, this is pretty good, but man, you guys know how much I like the other trinket. I'd be willing to almost. But it does have defense plus 10, which is probably going to make it better. And this will plus 10. Okay, cool. Anyways, just port. Is that where the mount was? You still got the vanilla itch, and Everlook didn't cure it. You think you're going to the event Cargos is putting up on Classic Air servers? Hey, Joseph, I saw the event, but I didn't really understand. The event. Like, what's going on with the Cargos event? Like, where is it? Like, is it just they're gonna is it still just Bloodsail Buccaneers? That's what it looked like. Is it still just like Bloodsail Buccaneers?
Yeah,
There's
what do you want?
somewhere around here. There's a mount,
Time is money, friend. Yo, talk to me. What's up?
but I don't know where. Here's the. Let's see. Player test realm. Oh, does this actually? Maybe this takes us to the player test realm. Here's the riding trainer. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get ourselves a mount. What is this? Holy shit. Oh, it cost me 1,000 gold. The merchant doesn't. Oh, I don't want to sell it to him. I want to use it. Whoa. Okay.
I can't equip that.
White stallion, the commander's steed. Reindeer reins. You guys know me. I'm kind of partial to the wolves. Black. Let's get this one. This one. And let's grab that one. Let's try these out. Yeah, I like this one.
Time is money, friend. What's up?
So he's put all these things out here where you can buy stuff. I mean, he gives you like 10,000 gold. So be a little careful with what you're spending, mage trainer. I've already talked to my trainer and trainer. Let's try this. What does this do? Not sure what that did. He gives you like all the world buffs, so you guess you can test your DPS. Impressions and chance. And you can actually buy enchantments, so that's pretty cool. So you can play. So you can really play around with your spec, like getting different enchants. Stable master, banker. Anyway, so you say in January with those characters. So it's Bloodsail Buccaneers 15th of December. He wants people to make all fresh hardcore. You mean Joseph? You mean Cargos wants everybody to make fresh hardcore characters? Yeah, I would be down for that. I would be down to doing a hardcore run for sure. I've been thinking about doing a hardcore run, so I would totally be down for the Cargos event as long as it's not like some sort of race, because I don't like to go like race or anything like that. So, I actually have to walk the dog, guys. So I'm gonna log out of this server, and I gotta walk my dog. Anyways, that's just that's something. Wall's got that server. But as cool as it sounds that he's making a server with different things, and it sounds kind of cool. It's since he said he's not even gonna release it until Everlook's dead. How long is that gonna be? You know what I mean? How long is that gonna be? I do like the fact that he was adding different abilities. You know what I mean? Like different, like making like the protection paladin instead of reckoning on the protection paladin, like sitting to proc rec. What he was gonna do was every time you block, you get a charge of reckoning. I'm like, well, shit. If I build my protection paladin the way I build protection paladins, I block all over the place. So I would have reckoning procking like constantly. You know what I mean? So I would be getting extra swings. Like, it would be ridiculous how many extra swings I would get against multiple mobs. So. Your Final Fantasy sub runs out today? Oh. You still think Classic is... Why do you think... I don't know what your big deal is with Classic. You just love... The client is okay, but... it's... You can tweak the 1.12 client I made and get it pretty damn smooth. The 1.14 client, Classic client, I guess, is better with some things. There's more support for add-ons, obviously, which makes it nice. But yeah, if Cargos is going to run an event on the 15th, I'll be interested in maybe trying that out. But yeah, Everlook is just... there's too many Asian players, and the thing that was interesting is, in reading some of the information that's come out in the last couple of days, the way they're banning people, if you watch the video by Wall, they weren't really doing a very good job of banning people, like, quickly, and there were some GMs that were kind of abusing their power, and it was just weird. You're a fan of TBC and Wrathlich King? I again, I'm Bay with me. The problem with those servers is there's just so much gold flowing through them. You can't you're never going to get an experience on a Blizzard run server that was the way that was really kind of the experience that you had back then. I mean, obviously part of it's because you've experienced the content before, but the other reason is just there's just so much cheating and hacking and botting and gold buying and selling and GDKP and all that stuff, which really I think ruins the experience. That's why I keep talking about a new MMO, because a new MMO solves a lot of that, because people in a new MMO are trying to just learn the game. So they're not really so concerned about, well, I already know everything I need to know. I already know the quests, I already know the raids, I already know it. So now I'm just looking for ways to min-max or looking for ways to expedite my journey. Whereas when you've never done the journey before, you're not looking to expedite it quite as much, because you're trying to enjoy. If you're someone like me, you're trying to enjoy the game. So you're trying to enjoy, the content because it's brand new. So yeah, but I got to walk the dog, man. He hasn't been walked since like this morning, so he's probably got his legs crossed. I'll talk to you guys later. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to play tonight. It depends on how much packing my wife wants to do. If she's like, oh my God, we got to pack the apartment because we're moving Saturday, then I have to help her pack. But if she's just is like, I'm tired, I don't want to pack, then I'll be like, cool, I'll just stream. And then, because I'm off tomorrow, guys, I'm not working tomorrow, so I will be packing pretty much all day tomorrow. I'm going to be packing stuff up. I'm trying to get as much done as I can. I am really concerned about my new internet connection, guys, because my current internet connection is, as you guys know, if I do speed test, right, my current internet connection here, because I have fiber optic, is 200 meg down and 200 meg, 200 meg down, 200 meg up. The biggest thing for me is the up speed, I mean, streaming, having a good up speed, it makes all the difference. And my new internet connection, unfortunately, I'm going to an apartment complex that doesn't have fiber optic, so I'm going to be looking at frickin' cable, which I hate. So right now I've got 200 meg up, 200 meg down. It's very consistent, as you can see. My new internet connection is going to be 1,000 meg down, which is great. 5 times faster than my current one. But guess what my upload speed is going to be? It's only going to be 30 meg. So I'm going from 200 meg up down to 30. Now I'm hoping that 30 meg up will still be plenty, and I think it will be, because as you can see, if this is any indication, I'm only using like 5 or 6 meg up right now just doing this stream. So if I have 30 meg up, it shouldn't be an issue. But I'm kind of a, I don't want to say power user, but I definitely like to have a lot of extra. I don't like to have it be in any way stressed or be, you know what I mean? So what's silly? What? The 30 meg up sucks. The problem is well, here's the thing is, you're not in the United States. In the United States, unless you have fiber optic, it's very hard to get an upload speed faster than like 20, 30 meg. That's the problem, because they don't have the lines for it. They don't have the fiber optic lines. If they don't have fiber optic laid in the area, now I will shop around and see if I can get something else. The problem is the apartment complex I'm moving into already has all the groundwork laid for this. You know what I mean? They have bundled packages with this provider. You know what I mean? So they've got a deal with this provider to provide internet service for this complex. So trying to put in somebody else's service would be very difficult. It'd probably be breaking the law if you had to try to, if the framework isn't there for the other service, you probably wouldn't be able to do it. You know what I mean? So I'll catch you guys later. Hope everybody's having a great. I guess it's Thursday. Is that right? I think it's Thursday. Yeah. And I will catch you hopefully later tonight. I hope, and I hope everybody's having a good one. And yeah, but I think the Cargos event would be really fun. I think doing a hardcore stream could be cool. But yeah, 30 meg up, it sucks, dude. Have you ever looked at the average? Have you ever looked at it? The United States isn't the best, If you take a look at the average internet speeds, top 10 countries the fastest, that's mobile. Top 10 countries the fastest broadband internet. What's interesting is the United States isn't even in the fucking top 10. Look at that. Not even in the top 10. Here we are in the United States, supposed to be some sort of, evolved, culture with great resources and everything. Well, what the fuck, man? Where's look at the United Kingdom. Broadband speed. Let's see. Fuck, I don't even see the U.S. in here. Here they are, United States. Broadband speed. 203 meg. But again, that's download. You know what I mean? So. The United States has only the 15th fastest mobile speeds and the 13th fastest broadband speeds. So in the world, we're 15th fastest mobile, 13th fastest broadband. So we have some work to do. And if you guys want to know about Korea, man, like freaking Korea, right here. Korea, man, is one of the biggest gaming areas in the world. And of course, they've got some of the fastest internet in the world. By areas that don't have cable. Yeah, that's probably true if they're doing an average, Blue, because of the fact that there's going to be a lot of areas in the United States that are very, like, you know, when you get out west into places like Montana, they may not have, like, run lines into any areas. You know what I mean? Yeah, farmland, exactly. Yeah, Blue's probably right. I didn't even know you were there. What's up, Blue? But anyways, yeah, my internet's a big concern. I don't know. I mean, 30 meg up should be enough, guys, but it still is something that I'm a little worried about. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Everlook's with losing Wall. I think they're gonna, and the fact that it seems like most of the people on Everlook are Asian, like Chinese players. I think that server is definitely gonna struggle after Wall left and all of this information, and it's gonna be interesting. So you're running at 850 up. Oh Jesus Christ! I hate you. I hate you, Blue. I hate you. How much are you paying per month for that? Holy fuck! I think fiber optic. I think there was a package through one of the fiber optic providers here that where it was like 1 gig up and down. I was like, yeah, sign me up for that. 1,000 meg up, 1,000 meg down. That's what I need. You know, you know. Anyways, I have to walk the dog. He's got his legs crossed in the other room, so. $80 a month. Yeah, see, that's a good price. My internet my internet Blue is runs me about I think it runs me about $60 a month for what I have, which is 200 meg down. So you've got a good deal. $80 a month for what you have is, I think, a good deal. So I'll catch you guys later, man. I gotta go. Peace out.